my channel. Welcome if you're brand new here, but welcome back if you've been here before. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am so excited. Oh my goodness, I've had like the best money-making week ever. I did have to work on Father's Day, and I was gonna work just the morning of Father's Day, but I ended up doing like non-stop orders. I ended up asking my husband, do you really care if I come home for dinner? Because I had a $300 day on Father's Day, and my Friday was awesome too. Saturday was kind of a bust, but I don't know. I made over $500 this weekend, and my total for this week, 43 and a half hours, $972. Yes. Oh my goodness, it's been so long. It's been so long. As soon as I saw the orders coming in on Sunday, I was just like, oh, I have been waiting for this for a while now. But I feel like everyone spent all their money on the weekend because Monday was the slowest day I think I've ever had. It ebbs and flows. You make it up in the end, and that's why I do this cash stuffing and this budgeting this way, so that I have money for the darker times. When I have these extra money times, I can stuff money away, and I will be just fine when I get to hard weeks like last week. Last week was a pretty hard week. I had to pull money out of the week before too. I had to pull money out of my month ahead, but that is another thing I want to get into. My month ahead is growing too big. What a problem to have, right? I mean, oh my goodness. My main problem with that is that my month ahead account is a checking account, and I could have that money sitting in a savings account, in a high yield savings account, which I have my emergency fund in a high yield savings account. I'm thinking of taking some of my month ahead and kind of stuffing it over into my emergency fund, just because it's overfunded and I'm not earning the interest I can earn off of it. We're going to get into that. We're going to get into this, but first we're going to get into this coffee update because I am enjoying this vanilla pumpkin spice crazy cup. And as we all know, it's the middle of June, but with Crazy Cups, you can order these special flavors any time of year. If you are like a pumpkin spice or even a peppermint mocha girl, you can order those flavors all year round, you guys. I'm gonna get a sip of this, or maybe even two, because I am loving on this coffee and I want to get into all this. But it is like 5:30 in the morning and I do need to get some coffee in me and get woken up, even though I am so excited to see this total, and it did wake me right out of bed. Logged into my bank account and I was like, oh my goodness, 972. I haven't seen numbers like that in a long time. That is just 1 week's pay. Okay, let me get a sip of this and I will be right back with you guys. Oh my goodness, so good. Okay. So I don't mean to be braggadocious or anything about this amount. Everyone earns different amounts. Every area is different, especially for my gig workers out there. I am in California and this is not something I can do every week. Some of you out there can achieve every week doing gig work. I don't live in that kind of California, the big city, but there is a proposition that passed a couple years ago. I don't remember what it's called. It might be Prop 22. Don't call me on that. Maybe I'll be able to find it and put it here. Anyway, it states that we cannot sign a contract. We cannot have a job, even if we are independent contractors. We cannot have a job that pays us under California's minimum wage. So I know that when we work and we don't get paid at least minimum wage, they do have to make up a subsidy for us. This week, I'm sure I got somewhat of a subsidy, but a lot of this was actually tips. So there was a couple of different catering orders for Father's Day, and two different people tipped $50. That's where most of the money does come up, but it is California, so we also have that safety net of the proposition that won't let us earn under minimum wage in our active hours anyway. we can get into this. I could talk about this forever, but active hours are far different than hours that you are out trying to dash. If you are out there and you turn on your phone and you're out trying to catch an order, you're not actively dashing yet until they offer you an order and you accept it. And from that moment on, you are actively dashing. When you go pick up the food and you drop off the food, the second you drop off the food, you are no longer actively dashing. During those hours, you cannot earn less than minimum wage. Getting into the semantics here, I know it's the thick of everything. You're probably not even interested, but if you are, let me know. I could talk more about it. I don't know how many of you out there are gig workers and how many of you don't understand it, because it is a nightmare to understand. Every time I try and explain to my mom how I make money or how much money I make, she gives up. She's like, whatever. I don't understand how it works. I don't understand why it works. I hope it keeps working for you. And so far, especially with weeks like this, it's working really good for me. I'm making my own hours and making, I don't even know what that is per hour, but let's see what that is. 972 divided by 43.5. $22.34 an hour. Now I did pay my own gas, but I feel like I didn't even use that much gas this week. I'm doing pretty good. I think it was $90 worth of gas. Even if I wanted to give it $100, let's just give it $100 worth of gas and say 872 divided by 43.5 equals $20 an hour, $20.04 per hour, which that's a pretty good wage for making your own hours and setting your own schedule and being able to feel free enough to not have a boss and still make that amount that those restaurant employees are making here in California, but not have to work for the restaurants. Okay, let's see. I have jammered on enough. Let's get into allocating this to the different accounts, and then I can go out, do some work, go to the bank and come back and do some cash stuffing with you. All right, let's clear this out. One thing I want to do is change. I want to keep up on the change, so I am going to count out how much change I have this week. We have 75, 95, $1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. $1.10. All right. Oh my goodness, this jar is so heavy. That's because we have $71.47 in here. Let's see here. 71.47 plus 110 equals 72.57. There it goes. New total. 72.57. All right, stick that in there and move that aside. Okay, let's get a pen and write total income, $972. Oh, that's such an exciting number. This is gonna feel really good, really help. Gonna help me get everything all restuffed because my wallet is super empty, you guys. What else do I need to write here? Let's see. June week number 3. Oh, and my fixed amount, I don't have that written here, but it is $400. So that makes it pretty easy to find out how much I have in our remaining balance. It should be $572, but I can be redundant just to make sure I'm not making a mistake. 572. All right. So we can move this, move that, and figure out what we want to do with that $572. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm so excited, you guys. I'm really loving this. One thing I do need to do, though, is I need to get into my last week's bills and find out how much I owe for gas. Excuse me. All right. I do try and pay everything in cash except for gas, and as I pay it, I write it in this book and then I color it to make sure that I keep track of it so I can reconcile at the end of the month. But I pay my gas with my credit card. I write that in here, and I have spent $85 on gas this week, but I do need to pay that back. So let's get into here and find $85. I know I didn't have very much money in here this week, so let's see if I even have $85. 86. Okay, I knew I had a low amount, but I was thinking it was something like $95. It was only 86, and I spent 85, so I have $1 left in gas. That's literally crazy. That's the closest I think I've been in forever. That's because I went on vacation and I spent a lot of money on gas and pulled most of it out of this account. At least I do have the $85 back to stuff. And that is really what I spent, right? Yes, 45 and 40, $85 in gas. Already in debt, I had, let's see, $455 is what we had in here. And we're adding 85 more. Now it's 540. All right. Get that squared away. And thank goodness for that big paycheck, because we are going to need to stuff everything. I know I need groceries, I need gas money, I need money everywhere. But let's get this out of the way. And we're going to color this blue for gas. My little legend here is so I can keep track easier when I am doing my reconciling. I do color each category a different color. I've got blue for gas, green for food, yellow for pets, orange for shopping, pink for household, and purple for miscellaneous, which I have so much miscellaneous this month because of my daughter's birthday. But that's okay. You only turned 16 once, and we had so much fun. We're just forget about that, and it'll make reconciling a little bit weird when I try and do it again. I didn't even do it last month, and I need to because I need to redo my budget. I feel like my budget is a little bit off. Gas has gone down. I've learned more about how to budget for food, and I am going to be doing No by July really soon here, and I'm prepping for it. Let's just get everything stuffed and get everything figured out and move on. Let me close this up. All right, everything in here is paid. Okay. Before we decide where to stuff this, we're going to take a peek at this super empty wallet of mine and find out if we have anything in here that's going to affect what we're stuffing. All right, groceries still has $11. Pet supplies has $2. Shopping, nothing. Household has $8. Entertainment, nothing. Restaurants, nothing. Miscellaneous, nothing. Gifts and given, nothing. This really doesn't affect how I'm stuffing because there's like nothing in here. Okay, yeah. Good to look at though. Put that back out of the way and let me get the calculator out here. Let's see. I'm gonna put 572 right here. Let me get out a pen and we will start with gas. All right, what do I want in gas? How about $120? Since we only have $1 in there, I think we're gonna play it safe and put 120. 120. Okay, $120 in gas. We still have $452 to play with. We're gonna go over to groceries. One of the things my husband got for Father's Day was some steaks, so that was awesome. And I think we're gonna do 120 in groceries also. How about if we do that? Minus 120. All right. Pets. How about $30 in pets? Shopping. I know I need money in shopping. We're out of trash bags. We're out of Ziploc bags, shampoo. We're out of so many household and shopping items. I think I am gonna give 40 to shopping and 40 to household. All right. Entertainment. We're not doing anything this week, and we actually have a baby birthday party that we are invited to go to next week that's down in the Bay Area. I think we're going to put some money in entertainment and restaurants, but not use it. I think that's a good idea. So I'm going to do 20. 20. We have 182. All right, miscellaneous. I think I want $50 in miscellaneous just because I have nothing there, and I love that category for extras for if I need to spend on anything, and because everything's been so empty and I'm depleted on everything, $50 in miscellaneous. $132 left. How about if I put, okay, let's see here. Gifts and giving, $20. Oh, we're gonna have to buy that baby a gift. Okay. How about 50 in gifts and giving? All right. And that comes to $82 left over. I know I want something in maintenance every time I can, emergency every time I can, and buffer every time I can, and it looks like I can. I don't need taxes, education, or health. Vacation, we're not doing any more vacations for quite some time. Christmas has some money. Birthday needs more. Clothing needs more. Okay, how about I do 10, 10, 20, and then I have $42. Birthday, we'll get 10. Clothing, 10. Personal's gonna get 20. And that dollar savings challenge is gonna get $2. Okay. And that is it. $0 budget. And I am so happy with this. We are extra stuffed. We're gonna put zeros in the categories that have nothing. And we're all good. Okay, now we move on to the figuring out which bills I need to go get from the bank so that I can actually stuff all of these amounts into these categories. Groceries. $100 bill is fine for groceries, and then a $20 bill. 100 and a 20. Pets, $30. We're gonna do a 20 and a 10. Shopping, $40. A 20 and a 20. Household, $40. A 20 and a 20. Restaurants, $20. Let's see, miscellaneous, 50. Gifts and giving, 50. Up to gas, I don't want a $100 bill in gas because I like to break it up. So I am going to do, let's see, 250s and a 20. 250s and a 20. Maintenance gets a 10. Emergency gets a 10. Buffer gets a 20. Let's see here, birthday gets a 10. Clothing gets a 10. Personal gets a 20. And dollar savings challenge gets $2. We have 0 in fives. 0 fives. Okay. So let's see if that adds up, see what that adds up to, and it's gonna add up to $572 if I did everything right. Okay, if I had one $100 bill, I'd have $100. If I had four $50 bills, I'd have $200. If I had $20 bills, I'd have $200. If I had five $10 bills, I'd have $50. And if I had two $1 bills, I'd have $2. $552. Am I missing $20 here, or did I miscount? What did I do wrong? Okay, so let's start over. We have 100, 300, 400, 500, 52. So where am I missing $20? Let's see if I've accounted for it all over here. 120 in groceries, 30 in pets, 40 in shopping, 40 in household, 20 in entertainment, 20 in restaurants, 50 in miscellaneous, 50 in giving, 120 in gas, 10 in maintenance, 10 in emergency, 20 in buffer, 10 in birthday, 10 in clothing, 20 in personal, and 2 in dollar savings challenge. I do come up with $572. So somehow I missed $20 and I don't know how I missed it. So I think I'm just gonna do it. How about I do it in fives, since I didn't get any fives? 1, 2, 3, 4, fives. And that will be $572. So let's see, would that be one $100 bill, four $50 bills, 10 $20 bills, five $10 bills, four $5 bills, and two $1 bills. Now I'm going to count that one last time and make sure that adds up to $572 before I write that here, before I go to the bank and ask for that and confuse my teller. So let's see here. $100. All right. $200. $200. $50. $20. $2. $572 is what I'm going to grab from the bank to cash stuff with you guys. I will be back later this afternoon with that, but editing magic will make it just a few seconds for you guys. I am out of here, but I will be right back. Okay, I am back from the bank. Oh my goodness, I have been really busy. It's been a crazy busy day already. I wonder if that is going to lead into another busy weekend. Oh, I'm hoping, here we go, into the weekend, and that would be awesome because it's been a slow week start, but so was last week. Been to the bank, got my $572. Oh, it's so nice to get everything stuffed again. Okay, let's just get right into this. I am going to sort. Let me roll this out of the way. 2. Okay, and supposed to have 4 of these. Yep. Oh, I started back too far. I got 2, 3, 4, 5 of these. That is correct. 10 20s. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 4 50s. And $100 bill. All right, here we go. Into my wallet. Groceries, $120 going right into this 11. 120. So now I have $131 in here. Awesome. Pets had pathetic $2, but it was getting 30. So $30. Now we have 32. Okay, shopping, $40. 2 of these guys in there. And the same for household. We're gonna do $40. And household did already have that $8, so we have $48 in household now. Entertainment got a 20, but I'm not planning on using it. Restaurants, same thing, $20, and I don't plan to use it. I'm gonna let that roll over. Miscellaneous got that $50 bill, and so did gifts and giving. All right, I love how quick and easy it is to stuff a cash stuffing wallet. I swear, until I got this wallet, I didn't realize how easy cash stuffing really could be. It was so hard for me to get into because I was bringing one of these into the store and it was clunky and it was hard to deal with, and I was actually putting my coin change in here too. Now the back of this has a little coin change pouch, but I also use a little pouch to move it into, but if I forget to bring this into the store, this one has a little coin change pouch. It just makes it so much easier. When I was doing double categories here and these wouldn't open and I was in line, I was getting flustered and frustrated. But when you open up your cash stuffing wallet, just open up my cash stuffing wallet. It is so easy. A lot of times I've already worked out in my head that I've spent like $18 in shopping. So I'll pull a 20 from shopping and I'll pull the rest of the cash from the groceries or whatever and pay it all together. And no one's ever the wiser. When I get my change, I just put my buck back in here or whatever I need to do. I kind of work it out in my head and just, I don't have the anxiety that I used to have. I had this check stand anxiety from starting cash stuffing. I kind of already am an anxious person, and it's been one of those pressure points in life. Just, I got over it. But when I brought in cash stuffing, I started getting check stand anxiety again. I would get this anxious feeling just building up as the person in front of me was checking out. I would just feel like I wasn't going to be able to get out my money in time or something. I don't know what it is. It's all in my head. It was totally just anxiety, but it's not there now that I have learned how to use my cash stuffing wallet. Just wanted to go into that. Just wanted to take a quick moment to explain how much this really has changed my life. And I know it was a little bit pricey and I almost didn't buy it, but it's been like definitely my most favorite wallet I have ever purchased, and not because of its aesthetics, because of its usefulness. I don't know if it would work for you, but you might want to give it a try. They do sell it on Amazon with free returns. So you guys could try it out, and if it doesn't work for you, return it. I absolutely love it and will definitely be buying another one. Let me move on and get into the rest of the cash stuffing here. All right, so let's get this binder. Has gas, 120 in gas. I got 50s and a 20, but I think I'm going to use those 5s that I got for I don't know what reason. So 120 into gas. We already had the dollar in there, so we have $121 now. Alright. Next we have buffer, and we put 20 in buffer. Buffer had nothing. Let me get a pen and change that to $20. And buffer is just what I use because I could end up spending something on my credit card that I don't have cash to pay back in one of the categories. Like if I would have overspent on that gas earlier, I would have had to pull it out of buffer and there wouldn't have been anything in buffer. Taxes, nothing. Education, nothing. Health, nothing. They all actually already have money. Taxes has 30, education has 100, and health has 60. We're doing really good there. Close that up and move into the fun binder. Alrighty, this is my favorite binder to stuff. Even if we're not stuffing it with very much, it's the fun binder, the fun one to stuff. Vacation has nothing. Christmas has 110, and birthday has nothing, but it's getting 10. clothing has $3, or at least that's what it says it has. Yep, and it's getting 10. So now it has 13. Personal had nothing, but it's getting a 20. And then, what did I do wrong? How do I have $22 left? Okay, well, it's better to have extra money than less money, and I feel like everything got stuffed. What didn't get stuffed? I don't know, but clothing is looking pathetic at $13, and so is birthday gifts. I know I have 50 in gifts and giving, so I'm going to give that 20 to clothing. Is that what I'm going to do? I guess that's what I'm going to do. Oh, well, let's just call it good. I'm going to put another 20 in here and say that we have $33 in clothing. That is much better because we do still need clothes. I have 3 kids and they are constantly growing, and especially growing out of their shoes. My son goes through shoes so fast. Okay, anyway, have that in there. And we have $2 left for our savings challenge. Savings challenge box is totally empty because I used it to pay back that Great Wolf trip. So $2 going into the savings challenge box. And that's at least something. It's a nice little start to something again. I love that there's something back in the box, and it will grow. It will grow before I know it. Speaking of growth, I was talking about earlier, my month ahead is overgrown. It's not that it's too big. You can never have enough extra money. Oh my goodness. Emergency money is like, it gives you such a relief to have it in the bank, just to feel the pressure relieved in case something does happen and you need it. But I want to be able to earn interest off of this money that's just sitting there. Let me just take this off of here and close this up. Let's see here. Let me get into these. I got this out earlier. This is actually my fixed monthly. This is what I cannot do anything about to change unless I were to change the way I live. My subscriptions, all we have is Disney Plus and Apple iCloud. So I don't think I can change that. We already have the lowest Wi-Fi. Our phones are the prepaid cheap ones. Car insurance, I have shopped around and shopped around. That's the cheapest I can get. I have an amazing rate on my car, which I'm not going to be able to pay off early, I don't think. But if I ever get a chance to, I'm allowed to pay it off early, and I only pay the $3.45 a month anyway. Trash, we don't even really pay that in trash because we do take our own trash to the dump. So it is not really $45 a month. That's one of the things that builds up this account so quick, because it's actually more like every 6 weeks we go to the trash, maybe even every 2 months. And $45 is kind of on the high end. Sometimes it's even like $35 to dump our trash. Sometimes it's in the $40 range, but that is like a padded amount. And so is propane. Propane is actually delivered every like 6 to 9 months and costs a couple $100s when it's delivered. So that $75 a month is adding up to more than it costs us for propane. Water, I think our water is actually more like $90 now. During the summer it goes up, during the winter it goes back down, but it fluctuates enough that These other ones fluctuate, and in the winter, I think we were down at 60. That's fine. Our solar is a $0 solar, so our solar actually produces more energy than we use, and it feeds the grid. We don't earn any money off of that, but what we do is we get $0, and we don't pay anything to PG&E. And I don't know exactly how it works because we do rent our house, and our house it's through a family member, so they pay the solar bill. We actually pay it to them, and they pay the solar bill. But she's explained it to me that we just, as long as we don't overuse our house generates, and I don't know how I would do that. So, and our rent is basically all we're paying is their property tax. And it's because we are so blessed to have such wonderful family that all we have to do is cover property tax, and then we take care of the house. So if the house has any maintenance that's needed, my hubby takes care of the maintenance. We are trying to build a maintenance account too. That's part of our emergency fund, but this house has been so good to us. It's barely needed just little bits and tidbits of patching and love. Thank goodness. Fingers crossed it stays that way, knock on wood, but we love our little house, and it's been so good to us, and we try and treat her well, and she treats us well. That goes over my monthly expenses in like the longest, chattiest way possible. They are as low as we can get them for now. I don't know what more I could cut out. And they are padded a little bit at $1,595, which I'm calling $1,600. Break that into a weekly amount, I end up with $400 a week for my fixed monthly. And that's what keeps me going. That's what keeps my month ahead growing. And it's been working so well for me. I hope that you guys can set something like this up. I know that not everybody has as many fixed accounts as I have. I actually don't have as many fixed accounts. I mean, these ones actually aren't even really fixed. I just kind of make them into fixed accounts because I know that they will cost me money eventually, and I need to have that money built up for them. That's how I do that. I hope that makes sense to you, because I'm all about using cash to make sense in your life, and it has to make sense for you to do it. If it doesn't make sense, if it's confusing, if it's hard to do, you won't do it. This makes sense to me, and I hope it makes sense to you. I hope it helps you out to show you how I do it. But what I am going to do is I'm going to take money from this month ahead and move it to emergency. I think I'm going to move $500. So let me grab this off of here. All right. So if we had $2,179 minus 500, we'd have $1,679. All right, and we need $1,595 total for everything, even if I didn't have my $400 a month adding in and building it back up. So this is a true month ahead, and that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, I'm gonna say new month ahead. Is $1,679, and my new emergency is $1,500. All right, you guys, I really do like the looks of that better, because that $1,500 will be able to earn me interest faster if it's in that high yield savings account, and it won't be earning me interest in the checking account. I think I earn actually 0.5% or something on that checking account. It does earn something, but it does not earn the 4.5 or whatever I'm earning on the high yield savings. So this is a much better way to let my money sit and wait for me to use it. Alrighty there. Looks like I have $3,179 in my month ahead and my emergency fund. That is looking so nice. $3,179 total between my new month ahead and my new emergency fund, or well, it's always been the same amount, but I'm just readjusting them. And then that $400 that rolls in there today, that's going to make that month ahead be back up to $2,000 anyway. Oh, so I don't even know, but that $400 is going to go back in there, and it grows faster than you know, you guys. That's what I'm talking about. I love the way that this works. I love cash stuffing, and I love being able to set this up and it grows on you. It's like your past self has looked out for you, and when your future self catches up with what you've done, you're so proud and so happy of what you've gotten done and what you've accomplished. Anyway, it's working good for me. I hope it's working good for you. And I have had an awesome week, but I need to get out there and do some more deliveries so I can keep this delivery train going and get that money, honey. Alrighty, you guys. I will be back again soon, and I hope you are too. Bye-bye now.